So you can see that there's lots of destroyable cover in the game, and this grenade launcher I'm using is one of the weapons that we have that's based on what the military is actually researching and prototyping today. It has primary fire of impact detonation, but you see this gunner, oh, he may have just been killed. I can fire it and airburst it behind any target. So even when they're in cover, I can still get at enemies, and that's based on an OICW weapon that the US military is currently prototyping. All right, nice shot. So my first objective is to clear this gate area here. But in a lot of ways, there is no such thing as a first objective in Frontline. So I'm going to explain how this game mode works. This is both in single and multiplayer. So you can see on the screen that there's the blue area and the red area. The blue is what my team and teammates own, and the red is what the enemy owns. You can see 2 objectives on the screen right now, and you're going to have at least 2, 3, 4 objectives at any one time you can capture. So I can capture them in any order, and our whole goal with this game is to make it really open-ended and non-linear. We call these groups of objectives combat sandboxes because it's a sandbox that's full of choice, full of emergent gameplay, and allows you to choose how you want to do the mission. A lot of the FPSs that you'll play out on the market today are very linear in terms of one path you can follow, 1 or 2 weapons you can use. So I'm going to show you here how many choices you have in Frontlines. So I can run up along the middle here. All right, I'll get out of God mode because I know you guys are not happy about that. And we'll take one of the side alleys here. There's all sorts of different ways. I can choose to take any of these objectives that I want. I'm going to reload. So my squad is always fighting around me. It's not just my squad. There's a sort of a whole platoon that's assaulting this town, and some of the men will come with me. I don't command them by myself. We wanted to create more of this large-scale battlefield where you're focused on focused on the action and controlling your soldier and getting into combat rather than babysitting your squad and giving them orders. We want to keep it a fast-paced action game. So let me show you one of the tricks with the grenade launcher here. It's very cool. So you can see there's some enemies behind these boxes here, and I can actually bounce grenades off objects and kill them, which is just too much fun. I've been playing this game for 2 years now and still doesn't get old. All right, so we've captured this objective here, and we can pick up weapons as we go through the game. This is a Red Star rocket launcher that we found. All right, now I'm going to run across and show you the other side of the town. So let's bring the volume back up, and I'll quit blabbing so you can hear the game. You can see I can use the rooftops, I can go on the ground, it's very open. I'm going to drop some C4 down here. Oh boy. Uh-oh. All right, I'm dead. Everybody cheer. All right, this is good because now I can show you your choices. Oh, boy. All right, let me suicide. I should have hit change equipment. So when you die, you have 2 choices. You can redeploy, just as I did. Let me suicide here. And now I can change my weapon loadouts. This is another thing about Frontlines. I want to go with my assault rifle, heavy assault, special ops, and different missions will give you different choices. So I'm going to take the heavy assault machine gun here, which comes with some different weaponry besides the primary weapon. and I can respawn at any objective that I want. Now you can see that time didn't go backwards. The battle is as it was when I died, and I got to continue chipping away at it as sort of another member of the squad. All right, so now you've seen some of the infantry combat, and you're like, okay, it's a shooter, it's pretty cool, but I've seen infantry combat before. So what we want to show you is some of the new stuff in the game. Like I said, all the weapons and vehicles are extrapolated 20 years into the future, and we've got 6 of these different drones. Now, if I don't get this drone destroyed, which I just did, all right, I'm going to go to God just to make sure I don't lose this other one. This is a Red Star drone. It's based on a real-world drone, but we've taken a bit of our sort of chaos theory of invention and packed some C4 into it. And I can use it against different enemies. So there's a tank pulling up. So it's great against vehicles if you can get it in under a vehicle, which I seem to my driving skills. There we go. Huh. Hey, there we go. You can hear the AI calling out to you. Our battle chatter system is completely contextual. So when they tell you contact left, that means there's an enemy to your left. Or enemy on the rooftop, you can look up there and see where they are. So I've got a few objectives left in the town. I'm going to decide to do this back one first because I have that freedom and that option in the game. And I'm going to show you one of the other drones as well. So this is another Red Star drone. In multiplayer, you rank up and you can specialize in drones. And they actually have this thing in real life, believe it or not. Prototype with rockets on it. You can fly this in first-person view. Inside buildings if you want. You can take it anywhere you can see. I gotta reload my rockets. So this is an assault drone, but you can also use it for scouting. You can see that it's painting enemy targets. So as I come up onto this rooftop, I see there's some guys there. I can just sort of hide it here if I want to go up, because the rank 1 just does reconnaissance. So now I'm going to run up to the top of this building, and as there's an objective up there, and I'm going to leave the drone there and to help me do it. So you can see now that I have the drone out, I can see where all the enemies are, which is very advantageous, of course. So I can use it, or I can switch back to it. It's definitely a lot of fun. One of the big features of the game, and I'll show you all the other drones when we get to the multiplayer section. So what I'm going to do is